Glad to have you with us from Stillwater, Oklahoma, Boone Pickens Stadium. It's the Virginia Cavaliers and the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Checking in with the Cavaliers head coach before the game. This is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. So Oklahoma State's offense will have the football first. These guys have a pass-catch combination as good as any in the country. David, they always seem to be in sync.
Yeah, if that guy out wide is covered, he's open. And if you got a great quarterback like this, too, it just all works hand in hand. He's looking for him. He's going to force-feed him. He's got that kind of arm talent. So a duo that is really hard to stop.
Yeah, and I think what's special about these two is obviously the quarterback has great arm strength, and this receiver can run routes and catch the ball, but their chemistry is just remarkable. It always seems like when there's a big play to be had, the QB is looking for his go-to guy on the outside, and nobody can stop them. These guys have put in the work together all offseason, and it's showing up on game day.
Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. This time he wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Cowboys can really attack on this second and short. The run inside. It's Hawkins. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Got a man. It's Hammond. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Cowboys come to the line in the hurry-up. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Cowboys line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Cavaliers offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And now here comes Peyton Lewis. In their last win, he had a 100-yard game and scored 3 times. The run from the shotgun. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Eli Holstein to throw. It's caught. They finally get to him, but And the Cavaliers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone
makes the grab in their space. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down. The Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Here's the pressure. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play, because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to him on the ground. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? Trying to pick it up on the ground. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
After run, now throw. Makes a catch. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Cowboys are in the hurry-up.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Maybe an ill-advised throw there into the middle of the field, and it's knocked down and incomplete.
Yeah, the linebacker's showing off a little bit of athletic ability, playing some man coverage. A lot of times those guys don't play this all the time, so you see him kind of get nervous and a lot of times get that pass interference or get a little bit handsy. Really nice job seeing the football, breaking on it, and swatting it to the ground.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Cowboys, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but their defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hawkins. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on third down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a first and goal situation.
Trying to run, it's Hawkins. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. Second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Cowboys! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Let's see what he can do with the return. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great. So, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Finds his man down the middle. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Holstein. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Oklahoma State sends out the offense to start this drive. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on this.
Turning it on! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Cowboys racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Gets it out quickly. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Hawkins. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They're looking to throw on second and short. On target. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Off the play fake on first down. Buys a little extra time. He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
And this is the kind of quarterback I want to build my offense around. I mean, guys that can scoot, extend plays. It makes the offensive line better, wide receivers better when you can do things like this and get completions down the field.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hawkins. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They marched 72 yards, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be dragged down. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Holstein on the play fake. He'll throw it. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Throwing, Holstein. Unloads to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target. And then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
Eli spinning it again. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the...
And the Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. They'll start this drive from the 42. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Cowboys with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout taken now by Oklahoma State. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On the move, he fires. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. And the pass. Interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to punch it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
The offense changing the play. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, Week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Notre Dame in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Navy Midshipmen. And it's the Fighting Irish with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12. We shift our attention back to our game here in Boone. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. And with that, let's head back to the home of the Pokes and Boone Pickens Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Beebe. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
I caught up with the Cavaliers head coach coming out of the locker room. They have got to start dominating at the line of scrimmage. Here to start the third quarter, they have not been able to establish their run game. Being a one-dimensional team will not work on the road with this hostile crowd and this hostile environment. He said, we have got to start asserting ourselves up front and show that we can be the more physical team. I'll keep you posted on if they're able to do that here to start the third. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
He'll pull it down and run. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground here, off right tackle. They get him on the ground. And boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8. And the Cavaliers in the hurry up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Quick release on the RPO. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. The Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Motion from the wideout. Running inside. Hawkins follows a good block there. Picks up 3s out to the 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Under fire. Zings it complete to the right. Makes the tackle at the 24, but from inside the 10 to across the 20 on the pickup of 15.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Makes the catch, and he's free. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. Using his legs, it's Hawkins. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Hey, you could see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. On the move. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And the Cowboys want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Cowboys! Made the grab in the end zone.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Looking for blockers. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Virginia ready to get things going as the offense takes the field. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Gonna run it. It's Lewis. Makes his man miss. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Cavaliers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
From the gun, the ground game. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it again.
And how about this defense, man? Great opportunity here. Your offense puts you in a terrible spot. And the momentum went all the way to the other side because you fumbled, put it on the deck. They're set up, but how about if you get a stop here? Stop the bleeding, force a field goal. This could be a big...
Touchdown, Cowboys! Into the end zone for 6. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cavaliers offense all set and ready to get this drive underway. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Here's Holstein to throw, using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a third down play. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. He's going to run it. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able...
Caught, and he's got room. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
To the air on second down. Keeps looking downfield. At the 20, he's got space. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on second and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
Lets it fly. Touchdown, Cavaliers. Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Lining up for the PAT. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab. It's Polk. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
And you want that clock to run.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quickly complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On 4th down, looking to pass. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying to impose their will with the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. He's looking downfield to throw. It's complete to the right. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that 1st down marker. 4th down coming.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive play.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Pressure coming. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory, as we have victory formation coming. Well, this one had